Hello, this is Anna Stella at Rocktober.
And you're watching Anna Stella Rocks with Dan Patlansky.
Lovely to see you, Dan.
Awesome.
I last saw you in Leeds. Camilla Wright were there.
Yeah.
What are you up to at the moment?
Well, at the moment we're just finishing off a UK tour with Walter Trout.
Yeah.
Which has been fun.
And this is the last night?
It's the last night of the tour. I fly back tomorrow. It's been cool. It's been fantastic. It's the perfect kind of tour to do before we release a new album. It's been 2 years since we released anything.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's the perfect thing kind of to do to kind of warm up for something new.
Right. So tell us about the new album then. When's that due out?
That should be due out at beginning of 2020. 2020,
Right.
Crazy. I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't know where this year's gone.
I know,
actually.
it's
Just
ridiculous.
flown by.
You know. So it's called The Devil's Dopamine, and it will be released early next year, probably around February.
Okay.
And we should be back this side of the world touring it a little bit later in the year, maybe April, May, somewhere around there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
The Devil's Dopamine.
Yeah.
Interesting name. How
It
did you
is.
come up with that
Well,
as a title?
I think in today's world, I think almost everything is the devil's dopamine. Your cell phone, social media, drugs, everything. Everything is, and it feels so good, the devil's dopamine. You know?
Yeah.
That's I suppose, it's something that bothers me, I suppose. I got the kids at home, so
Right.
it's something I'm always thinking, what's it going to be like in 20 years' time? So it's the whole album's kind of based around that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I just found this lovely description of you that I hope you don't mind me reading.
Sure.
I wish I'd written this actually, but I didn't, so I can't take credit unfortunately. When he grabs hold of his Fender, he becomes a modern day knight, slaying dragons on stage and bemoaning the carnage all at once. He is one of those rare talents capable of whisking an audience into another world of sonic orgasms.
Wow.
Now you
I've
see
never
why-
heard that one
Now you
before.
see why I wish I'd written this myself. That's quite something. What do you think
It's
of that?
very cool.
Do you agree with it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to hear my music objectively.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Cool.
It always sounds. It's weird. I think it's a musician thing. It always sounds like razor blades coming out of the speaker to me when I hear.
We don't hear it that way. We don't
Yeah,
hear it
I'm
that way.
glad. I'm glad. Yeah.
But you've won a lot of accolades here. You've voted one of the best blues guitarists of last year
Yeah.
by the readers of Total Guitar and Music Radar. Winner of Best Rock Album last year for Perfection Kills from South African Music Awards.
Yeah.
And many others. Best blues guitarist in South Africa by Reader's Choice. Where can you go from there? And what do you want to do? I think it feels like you've won everything.
Well, I mean,
You can.
I think in the awards there's like plenty more awards, but I mean, I know everyone
Does it
says
mean
it.
anything to you winning awards? Or
I mean, it does. It doesn't. It doesn't. I mean,
Chocolate Ducks
obviously, I don't do it for the awards.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm going to record this album in this way so I can win an award.
Yeah.
That's not the case at all. But it is a pat on the back at the end of a long year of touring, spending time in the studio. So the album's cool. You know what I mean? That's what it's about for me. And obviously it's fantastic to get these awards, but the more awards you get, I kind of feel like it's harder I need to work. To kind of live up to the award.
Well, that's it. You've got to keep
It's
going.
pressure. It's pressure.
Yes,
the
of
award.
course it is.
Exactly.
Yeah. And also, you're one of only 6 guitarists endorsed by Fender Guitars in South Africa.
Yeah. That's cool. I mean, I've been a Fender player since I was a kid.
Yeah.
Love the guitars. I mean, I don't endorse them because I don't play Fenders because they endorse me. I've always played a Strat.
Yeah.
I've always loved it. So it's just fantastic to be part of the Fender family. It really is. It's what a family to be a part of.
So you mentioned having played from a young age. So how do you feel your heritage has, because you've got a Judeo-Spanish heritage, haven't you?
Yeah.
Do you think that's had an effect on you learning guitar and your style you play, or do you think it's had any impact at all on you?
Not. I don't think so. I grew up in a house that wasn't very orthodox. Actually, very far from orthodox is probably the better way to put it. I'm very proud of my roots, no doubt about that. But I didn't grow up in that environment where it was kind of shoved down your throat or it was a big deal. The religion thing. I think a big part of me going towards the genre I play now and the influences I listen to now were my parents, because they listen to all these guys I look up to and love, and they had a fantastic music collection for me growing up, so it was the best source of music anyone could ever ask for,
Right.
like awesome LP and CD collection just to tap into and grab and tuck into as a guitar player, and it was the best shaping or molding. It was the best gift my parents could ever give me. Yeah, sure.
Is there anyone you haven't played with yet that you would really like to?
Oh wow, lots, man. For me, the greatest guitar player in the guitar world, for me in the world, is a guy called Philip Sace, who, just for me is just the best alive in what I like. There's so many guitar players. I mean, too many to mention that I'd love to play with. I'm a big John Mayer fan. Love to play with him. Big Bonamassa fan. Love to play with him. So there's a lot of guys. But I mean, just being on the road with a guy like Walter Trout, I've been listening to Walter since I was 3 years old.
Wow.
So it's very, very cool to be on the road with him. And he turns out to be a really cool guy.
Great.
So
it's
nice when your heroes are cool people.
Yeah, this tour was the first time you met him.
First time I've met him. Yeah.
Wow. And how would you say the blues rock scene over here compares to that in South Africa?
Well, it's almost uncomparable.
I know
There is
you
no
play
scene.
over here a lot.
Yeah,
so
I do. Yeah.
There's a reason.
There is no scene in South Africa. There used to be.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. There's fantastic fans in South Africa. I've got a
Yeah.
fantastic fan base. There's not enough venues. There's not enough of a music infrastructure there, live music infrastructure. So it's a very, very different bag, the music industry back home.
Yeah.
And that's not just the blues. It's rock and roll, rock, metal, any music you play. It's all in the same kind of thing there. It's a tough place to kind of make music.
Yeah.
But great fans there too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just tough to make a living there, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think music's hard to make a living in anyway.
Anywhere it is, so it's especially hard back home.
But blues rock is really thriving in the UK at the moment, I feel,
Without a
especially
doubt.
a lot of younger musicians coming through. So
And thank
it's a
God
great
for that,
place
because
to
I've
play.
always thought to myself, when all the old guys die, what's going to happen? But it's so cool to see young guys coming to shows, number one, and being on stage.
I think we need to get more of the younger people coming to shows actually.
Yes, definitely.
Often they're a lot older, fans, nothing wrong with that, but
Yeah,
it's great
sure.
to get the new ones.
Exactly,
in,
just to breathe new life into the genre,
Definitely.
I think, to keep it going. But it's a genre that'll never die. It's never died.
Well, I'm sure you're right.
It goes in waves of popularity, but it'll always be around, I think, yeah.
Well, it's been lovely speaking to you. I know you're going to have a great time tonight.
Thank you very, very much, man.
Last night of the tour?
Last night of the tour, cannot wait to hit the stage and have a very long journey back home. Tomorrow,
we'll hear from you soon. I expect your next tour dates around the release of the album.
That sounds great.
Stay
awesome,
tuned.
man.
Well, thanks for watching. Until next time.
This is rock and roll.